This video is safe and secure thanks to its sponsor, Cove Smart Home Security Systems.
We just bought a house that's 15 minutes away from some of the most famous ski resorts in the world. We're gonna flip this thing and see if we can make a profit on it, and we want you to come along for the ride.
What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway.
Maeli and I started investing in real estate because we wanted to create generational wealth for ourselves and for our family. But the reason that we do these videos, the reason that we share our adventures and our knowledge with you is because we're excited about the idea of others going out and doing the same. Real estate is a fantastic way to create generational wealth for yourself and for your families and their families.
Hi, my name is Maeli Nelson, real estate agent and real estate investor.
And I'm Mitch Nelson. I'm a real estate investor and a best-selling author. Together, we have over a decade of experience in real estate investing. We've flipped dozens of homes, and we have a multi-million-dollar rental portfolio spanning the country.
We met and fell in love through our shared passion of turning old rundown properties into something beautiful.
Real estate investing has been an incredible journey for us, and we're excited to take you along for the adventure. All right, so we just bought this house. It's a split entry in Cottonwood Heights, Utah. It's not that pretty of a house right now. It's on kind of a busy street. There's a few drawbacks, but there are a lot of positives. This house is 15 minutes from some of the most famous ski resorts in the world. It's 15 minutes from downtown. It's 2 minutes from the freeway. This is in a prime location. Cottonwood Heights is really hot in the Utah real estate market right now. But this is a time capsule. This is like 1970s, brown carpet, brown walls, brown rock on the fireplaces. There's a lot we have to do to it.
Yeah, and honestly, as we're purchasing it, some things that I was really worried about was the driveway. You have to like drive down into the driveway.
Slope driveway.
Right? And in the snow, like I feel like that could be a huge problem. I'm hearing it's not gonna be a big deal for resale, but also has me a little bit worried. And then in the basement, do we keep the wood feel or do we strip it? Like I am still kind of pondering this. Right. I like what you guys have talked about. I like the idea of hopefully trying to keep it and figure it out. You know, once everything's painted, it should look really good. But
so how much of a remodel do we do? How much do we strip out? How much do we put back in? That's really the question that we're struggling with right now.
Right. We have a decent budget for this house. However, it's not enough to do like over the top. This is more of a high-end flip though because of the location. I don't know. It does need a new roof.
Correct. It does need a roof.
Yeah. Like a lot of landscape.
It does. I think all we're going to do is the front yard though. When we're talking about high-end flips, mid-range flips, low-end flips, this is kind of on the upper echelon of the mid-range. So it doesn't need to be landscape designed. I mean, I think if we throw some sod in the front yard, I think we'll be good. Definitely, we got to get rid of that 70s feel. So one of the things I think we need to do is paint all of those fireplaces.
Okay.
Paint them our mine coal gray color that we paint every 70s rock fireplace. It'll match really well with the rest of our template, with the carpet that we pick. I think it'll look good.
And also, I think our normal template is a lot grayer for the floors. But in this case, we are going to try and keep the window seals the way they are. It'd be really smart to try and tie in like some wood grain feel.
Engineered wood flooring, that kind of thing.
Yeah, let's look at different options. I know it's not our normal thing. That's not what we normally do. So we're peeling away from our norm. But sometimes I think that it's helpful just to pair stuff together.
Yep.
So, okay.
Absolutely.
I'm excited about that.
No, I
and then the
love it.
kitchen's going to be completely redone.
So I think we keep a similar layout in the kitchen. We can follow that same thing with the lower cabinets. Our standard shaker cabinets, the gold handles that we've been doing recently, I think that'll look very nice in that kitchen.
Yeah.
The granite, that wall that's between the dining room and the kitchen.
Yep.
Let's open that up. Let's make that one big grand room. It'll be the same size as the front room. It's on the other side of the partition there.
So because there's no railings, it's hard to get a glimpse of what we can do. But I'm thinking that black, like we did on...
That Almond Street flip. Yeah.
Why don't we do that really pretty black, like steel?
I wish we could do the same stairs, but I know that's not going to work on this flip. We don't have the budget.
Yeah.
But the railing, I think that railing would look really good.
Yeah, that
So let's
black
pull that railing
metal. Yeah. Okay, let's try and do that. I'll start working on getting a bid for that. I think other than that, this will be a pretty straightforward fix and flip.
All right, let's talk numbers. This one should be fun. This is a 4-bed, 3-bath house. We won't be adding any bedrooms or bathrooms, so this should be a pretty straightforward cosmetic flip. Our plan is to replace the carpet and paint, doors, base and case, and redo the kitchen and bathrooms. We purchased this property for $350,000, which is a great deal in this area. Our remodel budget is $70,000 on this project, and once it's all said and done, we plan to list it for $530,000. We're going to check out some of the initial work that's been done on this project to make sure everything's headed in the right direction. We'll be including you on every step of this project and sharing a little bit of knowledge along the way. So we'll see you there.
Our template, our model, what we teach all people that are in our network is to spend our money on 5 things.
I see a lot of amateur investors making mistakes where they'll spend money in the wrong areas. We have a formula of 5 things that we spend money on, and we avoid spending money on anything else. So number 1 is the kitchen. Number 2 is the bathrooms. I like to say nobody likes to poop in someone else's toilet. So we redo every bathroom and every fix and flip, we make it new. Master suite's important, it's gonna increase the value. The curb appeal, we're gonna paint the outside of this house. We're gonna do some landscaping to it that's really just going to increase that initial impression that people have when they drive up. And then the last thing is fix any weird things, right? If there are weird things that go on, like for example, the soffit we had talked about, we're not gonna be putting that back in. There are gonna be things that your buyers aren't going to be coming back to you and saying, hey, why is this weird thing here, right? We want to fix those out the gate so that we can have a good impression when we put the product back on the market so we can sell it for top dollar.
First thing we spend money on is the kitchen! Do you see a problem with this? That's missing a lot of things, right? It's should be heavy. But what was here before was a drop down. You can kind of see where it was attached here. So it was a drop down of the soffit all the way through. And that was so ugly. Oh my gosh, it was just, it closed off this kitchen. And so we're just gonna reshape essentially how, the design where the kitchen was. There also was a wall that came to here. It's kind of opening up space, making it a more functional living area. Honestly will raise the property value. And then this was a funky space. This was absolutely nothing. This will be more like a room closet, and then this will be the actual pantry. So super functional, put some shelves in here, and all of a sudden, bam, now we have a home that moms are gonna love, right? All wives in the world are like, yay, it's a functioning kitchen. We also open up this space here, so that now it's this clean dining room. The key is how do you do it? How did we get in here? How do we know how to do it? It's just a system. With fix and flips, it's all about forcing appreciation in the property. We start with where we bought it from, and we have to force that value up with what we do to the house.
One of the things that I've learned as I've taken my journey from having a job as a salesman nearly a decade ago to building wealth as a real estate investor is that the wealthy have a different mindset. Some of the most successful people I've met have 2 very important things in common. They're coachable and they're grateful. I want to take a second to give a shout out and gratitude to someone who has been very inspirational and incredibly supportive in the creation and growth of the Flippin' Sexy Real Estate channel. One of my longest and best friends in the world, Harris Heller. Harris is a YouTube creator and runs several amazing channels with brilliant content, including Stream Beats. He's created tons of copyright-free music that is safe for streaming and YouTube. You can either play it from your favorite music app while you're live, or download it for free and use it in your videos. Almost all of the music that you hear in our videos comes from Harris. Check out his channel and throw him some support if you're so inclined. Thanks, Harris.
Well, we're cruising on this fix and flip. At this rate, we're gonna be done in no time. I'm gonna contact our stager, Shelly, to see if she can jump on ordering all of the staging that we need for this house so we can get it listed on time and on budget. You'll see the finished product later on in this video, but if you'd like to browse through all the items that we're gonna be putting in this house, check it out in the description below. While you're at it, go ahead and smash that subscribe button to support our channel.
Looks good, Steve.
Well, thank you.
The floor's in. I love the color. Looks fantastic.
Ties real well with the windows.
Except for it doesn't. Yes.
I'm taking it from that you don't think it does.
Well, does it clash? I'm just really worried that it's,
What does
now that we
it-
paint it because it's
clashing
gray.
with?
Well, because everything's gray.
Right.
And now we have this really bright
It was
yellow,
very
orange. It's so orange. It's so orange. You know, it didn't when we decided to keep it
Right.
because it wasn't gray. Everything was wasn't painted. But now that the walls are gray, the floor is very gray. Stonework is extremely gray. This feels very orange.
Right. So it gives some warmth to the room.
Okay, but if we decided to change it, what would that cost me?
It costs you quite a bit because you have to, all this has to be sanded down, taken apart, so you can get all the edges right. You see inside the screens, it's wood all the way in here. So all this has to come apart. Another alternative, we could just do like framing here, take this framing off. So we had white here, white across the top, and then maybe do a white sill so we can stop it, but then still we're gonna have this wood in there,
The option is leave the orange
right?
or take it off and put like craftsman style molding, like the white
Right.
stuff. But then we'd still have this orange centerpiece.
Right, exactly.
And the orange.
Like how much money are we talking? Because we had to do every window.
So we're talking $500 for all the windows. We're talking
$500 in materials maybe. you
Okay,
know, but
so
you know,
with
labor,
labor, put up, all
maybe
the
$1,500 to
sanding.
$2,000, you know. I mean,
$1,500 to $2,000.
yeah,
Per window or just like?
well, just these three windows. And then I've got the kitchen, the bathrooms, I've got the bedrooms downstairs, the room downstairs, which have the same size
Same.
window downstairs. You know, so we could be, you know, 3,000, you know, 3,500 to into it,
It's not the budget.
to switch it all out.
So obviously we have the wood still in here.
Right, and that's just because the tile was already down around it.
Yeah.
So,
Kept it. I actually love it.
I think actually it really does blend in well.
Yeah.
I did a good job with it.
Oh, we got a clogged drain problem. Hey, Steve, come here for a sec.
Sure, man, what's up?
We got a clogged drain in here
A clogged
in the
drain?
shower.
Did you forget what the toilet was in the shower or what?
Put too much toilet paper down the shower drain.
Well, I don't
It's-
see any duties floating in the pool, so
Yeah.
we're gonna have to just not assume that it's that. Is that about an inch of water in there?
Yeah. What else could it
Well,
be other than?
it's brand new piping.
I can't tell home what the. Just saying.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Just list
that's
it as an indoor swimming pool.
There you go.
You know,
It's an
indoor
upgrade.
Yeah, it's an upgrade. Indoor swimming
Waiting
pool.
pool.
Do they
So-
grout over the hole?
I can see down in the hole, and there's no grout from here that I can see.
Could it just be clogged?
I'll have to get a hold of the plumber and see what's going on.
Floor's in. I love the color.
Ties real well with the windows.
Except for it doesn't.
It fits with the neighborhood, with the hills behind us, kind of like the ski area.
What about staging? Can we complement this with staging?
Okay, so if we do a ski lodge feel, we do, a very everything's very gold because I'll accent the orange. So I think I think we can pull it off.
You do
I
think?
like your staging idea. I think the staging idea is a great idea. Let's bring in a lot of golds, a lot of warm colors, and tie this into the color scheme we've done.
Right.
Sold. We're keeping them.
Good. I won finally.
Perfect.
A common struggle we've had over the course of our investing career has been keeping our vacant investments safe and secure while we're not there. We finally found a solution that not only meets but exceeds our expectations when it comes to security for our properties. Cove Smart Home Security Systems keep the bad guys at bay with live 24/7 monitoring. You can sleep better at night with the best DIY system on the market. It ships next day, it's pre-configured to your home's needs, and it takes minutes to set up. It's affordable. You can protect everything you love for $14.99 a month. And they've removed the middleman and contracts to save you money with a lifetime rate lock guarantee. It's reliable. Cove's powerful triple touch alarm response sends help 10 times faster. You'll receive live 24-hour coverage and instantaneous contact with the police, medical, or fire services. It's customizable. Cove knows one size does not fit all. So you get to choose the equipment that best suits your needs, and they'll ship it the next day pre-configured. And it's so easy to set up, a child could do it. We believe everyone deserves peace of mind, and that's why, whether it's for your own home or your investment properties, we recommend Cove Smart Home Security Systems. To configure your system now, visit covesmart.com/flippinsexy.
All right, so we just got the phone call. The house is staged and it's ready to go. We're so excited. But first, I want to introduce you to my best friend and partner in crime. This is Janet Oman. She is our partner on this fix and flip, but she's also the real estate agent partner. So here we go. We're going to step inside and show you for the first time. It's done. We're so excited.
Let's go see it.
Come on in. Oh, it's so cute.
Look at how good this turned out.
Dude, it looks so good. I love that we went with that ski lodge feel.
Yeah, it matches really good with those windows.
So do you remember how worried we were about those windows?
I didn't know what to do with them.
Yeah, so whether to take it all off, right, and to reframe them all, but that would have been like $5,000 just to do per window.
And
So-
these are they're really good. There's no need to replace them, so that would have been a waste of money. I love the way that it was staged to match those windows. Because now it's not such a big deal, and we save money by not having to replace them.
Any stonework around fireplaces or any other stonework, we're always going with the same color. How do you think it turned out?
I think it looks great. The grays hint to the flooring, like it pulls out that color, so it all matches.
Yeah, so the
Great.
wood here, right, it just kind of brings
Yeah, it
that
just
rich
brings it all
vibe.
together.
Let's talk about dining room. Again, we went with the gold because it does give it that high-end feel, right? That high-end vibe.
Matches the kitchen over there too, kind of brings it all in. I like how she incorporated the sign too, the ski lift, because I think a lot of people don't know what location we're in.
Right.
You know?
And so because we're in Cottonwood Heights, this is absolutely known for skiing.
Yeah.
And obviously we're in Utah, some of the greatest snow in the world.
We got Big Cottonwood Canyon over here that'll take you up to Brighton and Snowbird. So skiing, a lot of people when they're looking for a place to live, a lot of skiers or maybe even Airbnb or people that look for snow.
Absolutely.
And this is a great location because this city in Cottonwood Heights is immediately next to all.
Yeah, 15 minutes away and you're skiing. When somebody walks in here, we want them to have an experience of wow, right? And that's exactly what we did here. So, kitchen, obviously brand new granite. Because of this wonderful COVID, this took, like 2.5 months to come in.
A lot longer than we wanted.
Yeah, a lot longer, but it is really pretty. It turned out so great. I love the gold finishing. I love the black. That looks good.
We got another wood window there, but it doesn't really stand out as an eyesore, especially with the gold handles. You can they're kind of similar in color depending on the angle that you see.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know the soft close, so that's nice. So a little high-end finishes, right? Ooh, delale. The bathroom is so amazing.
Oh my god!
I love the textured.
What is
Yeah.
it? It is.
Yeah. So you have grays and blacks in all the bathrooms, I've noticed, and I love that. And then the ski. Yeah. Wash, brush, floss. Don't forget,
That's
Jana.
a good reminder.
Yeah, don't forget.
I need that. Oh my god, look at that!
Yes. Again, the gold really ties in the wood. So we kept the wood vibe here. It's really pretty. And then again, the black and white kind of theme going throughout all the
and the
bathrooms.
same.
They were gonna charge us like $5,000 to put this glass piece in here and everything. And then Stu goes, well, I figured out that I can figure out the exact same thing, piece it all together, and it cost us $1,000. The little boy's room is so cute. Oh, it's so
This
cute.
one says sleep, eat, ski, repeat.
Oh, yeah,
Cute!
perfect. I love that this is a gender neutral.
Yeah.
So instead of making it very like obvious, this is a little girl's room or this is a little boy's room, we kind of kept that open-mindedness of it could be any little girl or little boy's room, and then it doesn't give them the, oh, I wish they would have done pink or oh, I wish they would have done blue. It's like, no, it's very
And
neutral.
the kids get excited too. And as a parent walking around these houses, and then you see your kids getting excited, oh, that's my room. But for some reason, when you have them blue or pink, and there's no place for me upstairs.
Right, and then it disappoints them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh wow!
Oh, it's so cute! Oh my goodness.
It's a little campfire.
Oh yes, there you go. Alright, Jenna. Come roast marshmallows and hot dogs with me.
We tell ghost stories. Back in my day, the telephone was on the wall.
What a great use of space to show off what you could do with this area. For little
Yeah.
kids or...
And great staging.
So a lot of this came from Crate and Barrel. Links will be in the description. Tic-tac-toe. 3 in a row.
The colors, everything's
so
just so
well.
warm, and it brings it all in. It's not like when we first came. This was such an eyesore. Remember, we didn't know what we were gonna do with the wood, and it was gonna be more expensive.
So expensive.
Like, we would have not even broken even had we updated all this stuff.
Yeah,
Right?
no, it would have been crazy. So yeah, on an education level, why change out things that's not going to bring us value? Obviously, we painted it like we did upstairs, so any stone, we tie in the outside to the inside.
But then the wood, first bought the house, we're like, oh, but we should keep it. It's so beautiful.
It was really nice.
It's just so, and it is, right? Now it feels nice again.
Yes, that in between.
That in-between stage was, really
We
scary,
didn't know
but
what to do.
very happy with how this turned out. Cute little boys room. So fun. The nice teenager lives in here, right? He's got the basement to himself. It's pretty cool. Put on my ski glasses. Oh yes, this is happening. Oh, this is for a little tiny child.
Oh my god, it fits me just fine.
I do have a little head. So this will be like a sewing room slash,
It's like a craft room.
like a craft room.
Yeah.
Well, if you liked the staging and you liked what you saw today, make sure you click on the links below so you can also purchase this in your own home. I know I will be.
So yeah, we started the Color Bossy podcast thinking, oh, well, we want to start a podcast, share these stories, inspire people. Ooh, my favorite episode will have to be, it was these women that worked in finance. They quickly realized that it was a male-dominated industry. And so they decided to start their own business and provide a lot of education free to people as well. They had two completely different stories. One of them was an immigrant from El Salvador.
Oh my gosh, your story is so crazy.
Yes.
It makes our stories feel like, oh yeah, if she can do it, anyone can do it, right?
I mean, yeah, there was rape, there was murder, there was massacre, there was, I can't imagine how she's able to function every day.
It's inspiring, and that's what it's for, right? Is an outlet for women to talk about how we got to where we are today.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the whole point. I'm sure you've heard it, and I've definitely heard it's like, oh, well, yeah, of course you run a successful business because you're Maeli or because you're Jana. Well, if you knew our stories, you would not necessarily think that, right?
They see the end result. That's
Bingo.
all it is. Even myself, I catch myself doing that all the time. I see these successful women and I'm like, well, it must have been easy.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Another story.
Yeah. Call Her Bossy Podcast, link in the description. Something that I recognized is how do I bring people with me, right? How do I capture and allow to keep inspiring people? We have the Flippin' Sexy Real Estate web series, and that's gone very well. Now we have the Call Her Bossy podcast and, all of our education platform there. And we have our Patreon account where we're teaching all these investors how to do exactly what we do. Now we have thousands of students across the nation. So I love that we have an outlet to serve everyone and provide that value. As people reach out to us, in the past, I couldn't serve all the agents because agents wanted to do what we were doing, right? There's no better way than to double dip or triple dip on a transaction. Like there's just no better way. So now I have an ability to put everyone under our wings.
If you're an agent and you want to be a part of our team, want to work with us, want to learn from the best, I might add, then click the link below and have access to not only Maeli or not only me, but our team as a collective.
Now we're nationwide, we're global, so we can bring everyone and anyone that wants to be successful. You can click that link below and take it to the next level.
All right, let's get to the good stuff, the final numbers. We purchased this property for $350,000. We spent $80,000 on the renovation project. Holding costs came in around $57,000. We used other people's money to do this deal, so it's essentially the interest paid back when we were done. Closing costs and agent costs were about $48,000, and we sold this property for $575,000 because of the awesome job that Maeli did marketing this property. Our total profit on this deal was about $40,000. Maeli was also the agent on this deal, so we got to recoup some of those closing costs in the form of agent commissions, which is part of our overall strategy. But that's beyond the scope of this video. If you're interested in flipping your own investment house or picking up rental properties, consider becoming a patron of the channel on Patreon. As a patron, you can unlock our amazing course that consists of hundreds of hours of learning, taught by us, as well as other trusted professionals that we use in our own business on a daily basis. The course covers tons of relevant topics, from building a wealthy mindset to finding incredible off-market deals, raising funding, flipping, rentals, wholesaling, you name it. At different levels, you can also get a copy of my best-selling book, Mindset to Millionaire, gain access to our weekly real estate investing Zoom call called Ask Mitch Anything, You can even get direct access to me and Maeli, which is a huge help if you're just starting out in real estate investing. So check it out. Just click on the Patreon link in the description to learn more.
Well, this was a fun project.
Yes, absolutely. So fun. I'm glad that we staged it as a ski lodge theme. My biggest takeaway, I think, is that we need to do more themed properties throughout. Like, fun.
Oh, it was a huge hit. Absolutely. No. And you did an amazing job marketing this property, so well done.
Thank you. No, that means a lot. And it was so fun. Honestly, we listed it on a Thursday. That next Saturday, we did an open house. This place was bursting of the seams. I mean, people were just swarming this place. And by the end of our open house, we had over 20 offers. And the one that we ended up taking was $50,000 above asking, which that's insane right now. It's so fun.
That's so awesome. Yeah. Well done. Guys, that's all we have for this episode. I'm curious, what did you think of the flip? Let us know in the comments if you would have done something differently, if you liked what we did, if you want to see more of something that we did. Make sure you subscribe and ring the bell, and give us a like if you enjoyed this content. Also, check out our social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter. And if you want to support the channel and help us make more of this sexy content, or you'd also like to learn how to flip a house yourself, check us out on Patreon. Our patrons have access to our amazing education that can teach you how to go out and do what we do. Links are in the description below. You can check out one of our other sexy flips by clicking on one of the videos on the screen. That's all we have for you on this one. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now, sexy people.
You never know what you have until it's gone. Toilet paper.
You can't find it anywhere.
Yeah.
Costco, no matter where you go.
Right, no toilet paper. The pandemic style. No toilet paper. And with that being said, at the end of this, what was this?
I want him to look more at the camera than you.
Can't help it, she's so pretty.
Yeah, right. Okay, we'll do it again.
Well,